I don't think I would tell my younger self anything because that would mess with the rules of like time travel, and I don't think I'd be able to make the same choices that ultimately led me to this present moment.
That's the best answer you've got for that question yet.
Nobody said that yet?
No.
So obvious. So obvious. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Let her suffer.
If I could talk to myself before I started all this, I would have warned myself it's a hard road. You're going to lose a lot of your friends. You're not going to have a college experience. Your day-to-day is going to be more than a 9-to-5. And you won't see the impact until much, much later. And I think that if you could tell any entrepreneur that the road is not easy, and you know, when I thought about the road not being easy, I was like, it's not running a mile, right? Like it's mental games, but the mental games are really tough. I think my mental health has changed, my physical health has changed, and things have happened to me from this story, from this experience that I'm living that I never thought could. So I would tell myself, just be ready. Of course, I would do this again and again. I think I'm an entrepreneur for life, but the road is not an easy one at all.
I would tell myself something to the effect of you have no idea what's in store and how amazing this is gonna be. Buckle up. No, although I actually probably would say that. I'm very corny.
Oh my God. I don't know, I think I would tell young Benny that the thing that you hate most about yourself is definitely gonna be the thing that has allowed you to support yourself. And like truly I am like living my dream 10 times over, and I have to remind myself of that all the time. Cause sometimes I'm like stressed that like, you know, a wig doesn't look right or a video isn't like the way I wanted it exactly in my head. And I just have to remind myself, like, you know, I used to be a kid just dancing to like, Oops, I Did It Again in my living room. And then I hid that away for a long time. And I finally came out when I was like a senior in college. And so I just feel like I feel like I've done right by that kid. We did it, bitch.
The advice I give my younger self is take more risk. I think every good decision that we've made has been about risk taking. So I'd take more risk, I'd be bolder.
I would tell to my younger self to worry a bit less. I think I'm learning how to be less worried and concerned. I try to kind of calculate everything, estimate risks, and often think that, oh, it's not good enough. And I think like I would try to keep that because it pushes you to perform and put in a lot of effort and work, which obviously increases your probability of success, but like worry a bit less because I think in the end, doing the right thing, things come together, even if they don't sometimes come when you want them to.
Tell my younger self that it's gonna be okay, and I know that's cliche. But, you know, I spend a lot of time worrying about running out of time or making the wrong decision. But if I could tell my younger self anything, it would be, look, 8-9 times out of 10, you end up making the right decision. And even if you don't, you always seem to figure it out.
Being a first-time founder has just really been such a learning process, and I keep saying the word learn and learning and learned because that has been the biggest takeaway for me so far. And there's always going to be bumps along the way. There's always going to be mishaps, and launching a brand with it being 100% perfect and no hiccups is not something that exists. And I'm such a perfectionist, so I think that the biggest lesson I'm learning is that I have to let go of perfectionism and allow myself to learn from the mistakes that happen along the way, because it only helps your brand get better and better when you learn from the mistakes and move forward.
I would say, don't be afraid to take that risk. So often was I hesitant to say something in an investor meeting, or to pitch a prospective client because I didn't think we deserved their business, or to talk about Sparrow in a grandiose way to borrowers because our product had limited scope. Taking that risk is more than just, you know, leaving the job and starting a company. It involves the daily interactions that you have with all the key stakeholders across the board. For myself, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I wish I would have taken more risk, but calculated risk. You're not gonna, you know, throw yourself into something without understanding what the potential downfall might be. but you take those risks in spite of the outcome, not because of it.
I think I would tell my younger self, get ready and read a lot. I've learned so much from other people's experiences, whether it's in books or whether it's talking to people, that I think I would tell myself to do more of that from the beginning so that I could really accelerate my own learning. One of our values is maximize learning, and I think that's one way that I could have done it better.
I would tell myself the day before I started Protégé to just go for it. Things happen a lot more quickly than I would have realized, and with the power of our team, we've been able to accomplish so much in such a little time. And I think if I had any hesitation, I would have liked to smush that into the ground.
Listen to your gut, and my gut knew this was going to be a slam dunk, and that's why I took the risk. And it's still turning out and being fun. And the other one, I guess, have fun with it. You know, it's going to be long hours, it's going to be stressful, but you're going to enjoy every minute of it.